Welcome back to our first playthrough of Prison Architect, our Steel Bastion playthrough. I think some of the problems I've got is these dormitories, for obvious reasons. They're opened up, they're basically having to go at each other. So, really, I think what I need to do is obviously these little ones here on the side, the small little cells is what I'm on about. Is that I think they're fine. I think, yeah, I've got a bit of money. I think I need to basically get them in here and close down these dormitories, and then convert them back to cells. I did dormitories because I thought that was the best way, but they'll just start fighting. I'm not get away with that. I don't think. And that's what I was trying to do some research on. So I think like things like this, these small little sections here are perfectly fine. Obviously, I need to do something with this because they can obviously tunnel under here, which we obviously don't want. So that's another concern, but we'll get there in the end. Anyway, let's let's get back into it. I've got obviously a cell here, and I'm basically getting the cells here, although it decided it didn't want to do the full here. It's blocked, but I think I'm okay doing that. I've got. I get them to get the doors quick as I can. Sell the light. Obviously, I've got to get the lights in there. I've got to get obviously the utilities in there, which we don't have any utilities in there whatsoever. Where is water? Now I've got water in there, so that's fine. I just don't have any form of electricity, but we will now. So we'll get them to put that in. I've also added a few lights on here. My idea was to have a massive canteen, but I don't actually know whether that was a good idea or a bad idea. I could have probably, like I said, I've got enough room to, add more tables and things. And I've obviously got two of these serving tables as well. So, and you could obviously argue that I could take two out here and actually put another one, so you could have the four. But it's sort of feeding as well, so it's not too bad. Now I did change some of the policies here, and because that allowed us to do other things that we wouldn't be able to do. And in the last play, I finally got the shop working, so that was a good thing. They're in the eating mode at the moment. I did change some of the other stuff, so let's just do a bit of a more of a fast forward. We will obviously start to get this working now. See what I mean? They'll be rioting again. So I'll go and change. I'll go and change some of this lot. The infirmary is actually empty at the moment, which is unusual. And then that will keep them all. Okay. I'll do one here, do one there, do one there, do one there, and do one there. Wish we could cancel, then the light would go, but not to worry. I'll do them in blocks of in here. I think I'm doing them in blocks of that, as you can see. It probably would have been better to have a this organized better. That I would have had. Well, I mean, obviously, I've got the walkway, which is better, and I've got the lights now because they just weren't being able to see as well. So, but I do need to obviously, and I put some books and things. Sweet. Don't actually know what I do with that. Oh, that's been put in so I can open this door. This is obviously a second. Now, hopefully what I'm going to do is be able to get these out of here. Or some of these. By building more. And I've got some more room here. So there's no reason why I can't do the exactly the same here. But I don't want this to be open. Although they can't really get out. I still need to do more of a formation here as we can... obviously this is just grass, which isn't great. I think the staff room and the other bits would have been better in the actual prison itself, like here where I've got them on the outside, the accounts and the warden. You know, and I've got the you know, the sheriff's office and the other bit in there. So I also think that this shower isn't big enough, especially for all these inmates. So we could extend. I don't think I can actually extend that. I mean, obviously, I've got this building here. It requires entrances that I haven't finished off. Let's get doers. That's an orange door. And I want to rotate that. So I'll put that there, and that should actually open up all that. Because I think it's 3. It's like this. Well, we got 3. And then I'll, obviously, I'll sort this room out. Oh, I must have forgot the wall there. Oh, I didn't forget the wall. I've got the logistics there, but I haven't got this done at all. Get that done. That can be opened. Need a light there. I'm sort of doing them in small blocks, but I don't know whether I should do that in a larger block, but I may just leave it like that. I mean, we can always extend the... because this fits in with this then, doesn't it? This may be... what I may do is, because I'm sort of saying this is the centre, because this is the centre here, and I have got the walkway here, I might do... When I can take these down... That'll do that. As I say, I'm not, like I said before, I've not played this game before, so it's the first time. I was just doing some research and trying to work out, and I couldn't see anybody that had dormitories, and I think that's half the problem. They're staff doors, but I don't know whether they need to be a staff door then. Right, I've got, obviously there's right, we've got one light in there, we've got lights in there. And the only trouble is this, but I don't think it makes too much of a difference. Obviously these will be going, because obviously I've got this here. This... would need to be here. Has this been opened up now? I think it has been opened up. Although I'm not quite sure why on earth that it's... Right, there's a light in there. We want to get some objects, so we want to get some beds. We're going to rotate that. They are obviously the opposite to these. Oh, there's no water in there either. So I need to get that in. The toilets will be... I need to get the utilities and the water in there. We do a small pipe from there to there. Small pipe from there to there. The large pipe would need to come down. Right, that's going to be put in. Then we should, like I said, with the toilets, they're obviously going to go in. I've got to get them in before... Oh, that finally... blocked. Why is that blocked then? Oh, because that's not what I wanted. Let's go back to... Right, anyway. Obviously, that would need a thingy door. Because we'd have to open that one. This is now getting... put in. I think if I got rid of the beds, then they would automatically go into here. So I need to sort of have enough of this for this section, and then I can change this to go through here. Build more cells. I build them in 8 or 6. Well, 6 is here because obviously that's the way that works. Or that's the way I've designed it. But I think that'll solve all the fighting. I know they've calmed themselves down a little bit, which isn't too bad. See, hygiene's a big, obviously, problem. Because I don't think this is big enough. Now, obviously, I can extend the front of this here and make this go larger, so having a larger shower section. But I think I could also move or have a new one over here as well. Thinking about the same, I have 6 here and a 6 here, and then maybe in between here, I think I can get another 4 in there, and I can get another 4 in there, like these. Move some of these over as well, because it does feel as if it's a bit better having staff, you know, places for them. Now, I need to think about doing this as a bit of a priority, because obviously I don't want them to... I don't fancy them escaping, so... I'll kick it off again. Take him to the infirmary. Well, kick it off again. Right, I'll this. Now I'm going to dismantle that, and I'm going to dismantle this. That is 17 benign. And that puts it right on the edge there. And obviously I'll have to go that larger. Why is that install light? Can't install light. There's a drug problem there somewhere. Take to the infirmary. Take to the infirmary. They're always, as I say, they're always fighting. We'll get them back again. The showers are obviously really important here. That's why I say I'm gonna have another shower, I think, and increase the size, because I think now I've got like way more in here. I just don't think it's enough. Oh. For some unknown reason, that was not connected. I'll put that on a capacitor to get done. Right, that can open up. That can open up. That can open up. Watching that's a lot. We've got 20 hours before to fill up to 85. Right, I'm going to sell that. Now I'm going to put, obviously, a door on there. The wall, sorry. Oh, I better get utilities in there as well, better now, because that would make sense. You can go in there, you can go in there, you can go in there, you can go in there. Now, I'm going to have to open this up here as well, but only until once this is blocked, because obviously inmates can get around there. We're gonna want, I only need to send them to here. So that's done. This is gonna need to be done anyway. Obviously I can send that down to the center. Objects. We can get a jail door in here. Now, obviously, that's going to have to go even larger, which means I'm going to have to build another block around and then obviously take that down as sunny. Something here. Oh, they can't get to it. That's almost done. They'll have to go right outside to do that one. Right, this section is almost sell that. Let's do a brick. Because he's gone where he shouldn't be going. How are we doing here? We may have, I was just saying, there may be too much stuff. There's not. So that's, you know, it's working. I'm still thinking of extending this though, and I could extend the showers there, but I think the showers should have been closer to the cells, and that would have been easier on mine. And he's not escaped then, he's gone back again. Now this should... formation's there, but it's not building the formation up yet. Right, have we got every utility in here? Looks like I have. Got no light in that one though. So I'm going to dump a light in there. And get that to be put in. Beds. I put the beds in the wrong place then. Yeah. I suppose no, because they're going to have to be something like this, aren't they? I suppose it could have been that way. But no, they are, well... That's a bed, that's a bed, that's a bed. We give them a bookshelf because then that'll help them hopefully chill. Do a bit of reason, my friends. Oh, he hasn't got a bookshelf. Apparently, he couldn't walk through the door, even though... He can walk around the foundation. That's quite funny. I'm also going to have to open up this section as well, Anna. So that's another one to be worried about. I've got no toilet in that one though. There we go. Drugs. And then, like I said, what I'll do is I haven't set all this up, obviously, yeah. We've got 10 hours before we're going to get... I need to wait till all this is in before I unlock this section here. Right, how are we doing with this section? Ooh. My guard died. Right, we've got a couple more. We're going down in money, but obviously we need to sort out these cells. These cells are, it's working ish. Where's the water? Where's the what did that fall like that? Electric's not got anything in there. Don't think we got any electric in there either. Water is not in either. But then again, they can't get to that because I've... Is that corner in there? See, this corner's not in. Oh, maybe I should have demolished wall. Right, let's see. That might open it up, you see. Get that in. It's a process. How am I doing down here? Because I might be able to open this up. Yeah, I can open these up, but then I can dismantle. Can they get round there? Not really. They can do this one. Although I haven't got any lights or anything like that on there. We still wanted to get these. How much? That's in, that's in, that's in. I'll wait till they're... now they're actually doing this now. Right, that section can be opened. In other words, I can have that in because I think that one will work now. I can try that again. Oh, I haven't got beds in there yet. Water's in everywhere. That now needs obviously a bed. I'll put that on the back wall. I don't know why I'm putting that on the back wall. But I suppose it doesn't really matter. It would be better on the back wall. Can't do that yet because they haven't opened it up. Could almost get this. Well, I'd have to get all of this done. So there's quite a bit there. I need all of this in before. What are we missing? Water's in. Electric's all in. I'm going to dismantle that door. Stop kicking off. Right, I'll oh, I've got 4 minutes. I don't really want to We're all having a riot central on their hands. But we'll get... This is kicking off again. They're always kicking off. I think it's because I've got this dormitories, I think. I think what I should have done is built the dormitory and then allowed them to... that needs to be changed. I'm now gonna have a door, but it's gonna be a jail door. Right, how we doing? We got no water in this one. Right, that solved that one. That solved that one. That's gonna solve that one. I haven't set that one up, but I don't think it makes too much of that. How's our electric situation? That's fine. That's fine. That's not far enough. That needs to be there. Well, strangely enough, it is lightening up somehow. I also want to get a bookshelf, which will have on a rotate. So we'll have that there. Gives them some slight entertainment. Right, that's now gone. Hopefully, I'll get all of these into here. Well, that wasn't exactly the best idea, was it? I've just opened that up them running. Lock shut. Lock shut. Right, that's just gonna extend the prison. Because if I don't do that, I'm in deep doo-doo. I'll get the walls, dismantle these three. So we've got to walk around. I'm going to dismantle all that because I need to do that. I think that was one of my subscribers. Being a naughty boy. Now, I'm not too sure what I need this in. They've got cells, so I might actually change this to an open. Bricks. We're going to get one in. That should allow me to sell all that. This is still not being... And I can't actually set that to do that. We are getting to the end of our... now. Obviously, have I got everything in there that I need? I think I might do. Right, let's set these as cells then. Right, that's... Oh, Maybe they tried to do the tunnel and it didn't work. I don't know. Yes, that's going to be a bit. No, it's not. It's going to be to here, isn't it? And then I'll do another section to here. Obviously, I'm going to dump all this out now. So anyway, this can be, I think, taken down. I don't know whether I can actually... What the... Damn mate's trying to get out. Anyway, yeah, so that's the end of it. So this is going to get taken down next time. They're all kicking off here, unfortunately. That needs to be... Oh, it's going to be repaired. I'll obviously finish off this. We are obviously getting the brick wall done as well. And this is a tragedy. They're all trying to get out. I mean, inmates. And I'll take these dorms down. And then that way, we just have cells around. And this probably side, I might put some cells. I'm going to move some of this lot. So there's a lot to do. Some of these can move themselves in here. And we'll go from there. Anyway, I hope you enjoy that. We will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye for now.